Hello my lovelies, welcome to my channel Lifeforce Unlimited. I hope you're all well. I've been nudged to do an Ascension oracle reading for you. I haven't done one in a little while. So I've chosen some cards. We've got some from various different decks. And you may have seen a previous video where I asked the universe, I said, can I have a word please? And I got one out of the dictionary, so I've done that again. I said, universe, may I have a word? And it's more than one, so we'll start off with that. This is from Oxford English Dictionary. So I flicked through and I said, may I have a word for the collective for my lovely viewers? And what we got was a sight to behold. The original first word was sight, but then there's a whole load of blurb associated with it. So I thought rather than just putting sight, I'd put what was right at the top of the page. So it says, a sight to behold, a person or thing that is particularly impressive or worth seeing. From the Germanic origin of something seen. So I feel that's the energy around us at the moment. So this sort of being an energy update for us, a sight to be seen. So the energy of this message is running through the whole reading. So I might keep referring back to it from from time to time. So our sight is of course how we see things, but this is to do with our inner sight, our third eye, and how that is being activated for a lot of people at the moment. So when we're talking about the awakening energies and the ascension energies and all the symptoms and etc. that are going on for an awful lot of people, and for those who are still deeply asleep, this may resonate a little bit more with you, because as you are awakening from this sleep, you might start to see things that can be a bit not necessarily shocking, but it's like a wake-up call. So it is a sight to behold, and you may want to share what you see with others. You may want to keep it to yourself, because it up until now it's been unseen, and the word occult just means it's hidden. So when people talk of the occult, it's all creepy and spooky and such like. It just means it's hidden. When you go to an oculist, they check your eyes, don't they? They check your eyesight. So there is something for us to see, something for us to behold in these coming days. And I think it's as we've just stepped into the Libra season, Libra energy. So it feels like this is okay. What they're showing me is you may have heard of Grauman's Chinese theatre, which is in Hollywood in America. And when they have a premiere or a premiere of a movie, they have got these huge arc lights. So they're huge spotlights, and they shine them up in the sky. And they make patterns in the sky, and it's really to light up the fact that they've got this premiere going on. And I feel that the word premiere is significant as well. So we write our own scripts in our lives. We are the creators of our own reality. So a lot of what you have thought was your reality is changing. So how you thought your lives were meant to be, or were humming along in a certain way, that is changing so dramatically for an awful lot of people. And this spotlights is the light within us. So that light is starting to shine from within you. And premiere means a beginning, a new start. But when a premiere is shown, it is an end result, it's an end product. So it's something that's been worked on, literally behind the scenes, for quite a long time. So a script has had to be written, it has to be rewritten, actors have to be found, auditions have to be done, the lighting has to be adjusted, costumes have to be made, fittings have to be done, table reads have to be done. So there's an awful lot of hard work goes on behind the scenes before something can be a sight to behold. So an awful lot of things have been going on in your lives behind the scenes to bring you to this premiere, which is a brand new beginning, a brand new way of seeing life, of experiencing life, of how life shows up for you. And if you've been in the shadows, if you've been hiding your light from the world, it's like you're being really shoved forward now. And it's ta-da! The curtains have opened, and the spotlight is on you. You may die on stage, meaning you forget your words. But death is all a part of this rebirth, this new beginning. So if a part of you does need to die, meaning that you don't replay old roles, old scenarios that are outworn, that are dusty and cobwebby and old-fashioned. It can also contain old-fashioned wording, old beliefs that no longer apply in your lifetime now, and it's discarding those. So a sight to behold is what this is all about. So I'm going to show you some of the other little cards that have shown up, and we'll try and tie all of this together. Okay, so first of all, a teeny weeny angel card, and it's the Angel of Grace, and she's dancing. She's pointing her toes and she's dancing. So grace is an interesting word, because when we think of someone who's graceful, it can be that they are they hold themselves in a certain way, and they can be balletic or upright and have an energy about them that is not harsh, it's not brutal, it's not gritty. It's just got this beautiful flow to it. So the Angel of Grace is coming into your lives to assist you with finding that balance, that flow, that energy that moves you to another level, another vibration, where all of that harshness falls away. Also, the energy of grace is associated with Saint Germain, and he's an ascended master. And the colours associated with him is a silver violet flame. And when we step into the silver violet flame, everything is transmuted. So whatever issues, problems, troubles you might have around you at the moment, when you sit quietly and you call in or invoke Saint Germain and visualize this silver violet flame, if you step into it, hand over, surrender anything that's going on, and the silver violet flame will transmute it, meaning it will clean it up, it will recycle it, it will heal it, it will delete any negativity and return to you the positive aspects of your situation around you. The violet in the silver violet flame is the colour associated with grace itself, and you see the little angel has violet around her. And violet is associated with a higher resonance, a higher energy. And if something in your life at the moment is graceless, without grace, that is bothersome to you, know that you already have this energy within you. We have everything. Everything is within us. It's just like it's dormant. It just needs to be activated, a little switch pushed, and allow it to gather momentum in your life. There is nothing that is outside of us. It is all within us. Everything that we need, all the information, all the knowledge, all the wisdom, it's all inside of us, because we carry the cosmic library inside of us. It's within our DNA. It's within our very little molecules. We come into this lifetime fully programmed, and it's just a matter of where and when we have that awareness to tap into it. So the next card is from the Self-Mastery deck, and it is appreciation or gratitude. So really appreciating what we already have in our lives, because if we're forever looking outwards for stuff to come into our lives to make us feel good or satisfied or happy, we will never be satisfied or happy, because we're always looking outwards. And as I said, everything that we need is inside. So the word appreciation, it says, as a master, I recognize the value of all my gifts and know I always have the right people around me. So when we master things in our lives, and it can take a lifetime to master something, a skill, but also what is happening for the collective is that we are able to acknowledge and tap into skills, talents, abilities from previous lifetimes, and to activate them in this lifetime. And again, they are all contained within us. Everything that we have been and done and said and lived in this lifetime and in previous ones, whether it's as a human being or whether it's as a star being, whether we've come from other star systems, other universes, other dimensions, all of that information is within us, and we have the ability to tap into it. So when I recognize the value of all my gifts, yes, it's recognizing what you can do at the moment. You can maybe ride a bike, you can maybe bake a cake, you can maybe paint a painting, but it's those other skills, those other talents that make up the whole you, which you might not yet have recognized in this lifetime. So it's that ability to say, oh, okay, call that to you, allow that to be activated and to be opened up and to begin to work with it. And also knowing you're not on your own. You're never on your own. You always have a team in some shape or form, and they will make themselves known to you at various different phases of your life. And they can come in the strangest of ways. They may not show up with dirty great wings and trumpets blaring. It can be, say you're in a supermarket and there's someone pushing the trolley around, and there may be a child, a little one in the trolley, and you may catch their eye and they may catch yours, and they may say something to you, and that is a message for you out of the mouths of babes, as they say. That something that you need to hear is actually said to you by a very small person. It resonates with you, and you can take it away, and then you may see it or hear it through another source at another time. It'll just keep showing up and turning up until you say, oh, that's about the third time I've heard that or seen that. Oh, that starts to make sense. So appreciating those gifts that you have, and it's not necessarily how you use your hands, it's how you use your eyes and your intuition. So intuiting something, that's a skill, that's a gift. And when we polish that, life is very different, because you notice very different things. Yes, we see stuff in our life and we notice stuff in our lives, but do we really see it? Do we really notice it? Do we really get what it is the universe is trying to show us? A sight to behold. So there's two words in that, be and hold. So when we're human beings, we're not human doings, so we're not doing anything, we're just being. And the act of holding is drawing something to you, holding it with love, holding it with affection, cherishing it. When there is a sight to behold, hold it with love, cherish it, bring it to you, hold it to you, bring it into your heart, allow it to settle in there. Because on first glance, it might just be, oh, that's a bird, or that's a flower. But when you behold it, hold it really closely in your being, it has a deeper message for you. Something that will resonate on a much, much deeper level. And being able to appreciate that you have intuition, appreciate that you have an inner sense. Whatever your skills or gifts are, you may be very skilled in patience. You may be very skilled in being able to listen when people are speaking, not want to jump in and say something. So you're absorbing what they're saying. And that's a gift. That really is a gift. That's a skill of being able to be, to listen, to observe, not want to interrupt or correct the person, just allow them to say what it is they wish to say. And in doing that, I always have the right people around me. So you will draw to you, as you work with these skills and these abilities, to lift your energy, your vibration, your resonance to another level. And so you will have the right people around you. People of a lower energy will not be drawn to you because they won't be able to see you. You will become invisible. That's happened to me many times. I've become invisible. People just don't see me. They are not aware of me. They walk by me. They might come and sit next to me. And to them, I'm not there. Because my vibration is completely different to theirs. I'm not saying it's any better. It's just that that's how energy works. So when you are feeling gloomy and all you talk about is how awful things are, how dreadful things are, isn't the weather ghastly, you keep yourself at a low vibrational level. Whereas if you're around people who say, oh, isn't it lovely and amazing, it's chucking it down, but hey, this is wonderful, I've got my wellies on and I'm going to jump in the puddles. Those are two completely different views, aspects of seeing life. And I know which I would rather see. So then I've chosen an animal medicine card for it, and this is lovely. We have dog. You ain't nothing better. Hell, dog. So dog energy is to do with loyalty and friendships. And an awful lot of the shifting energies, everything that's in flux or chaos around you, you will be discovering who your friends are, and which friends no longer feel right. You might not want to be around certain people anymore. And coming back to the energy of grace. So if there are any harsh energies around you with regard to friends, acquaintances, even people that you might work with, and sometimes I think, well, I'm stuck with them. But it's looking at when you bring grace to a situation, to a relationship, to a friendship, if that person isn't ready to receive that energy, to be around that energy, they will fall away. It's like they can't, it's too bright, it's too shiny. It's like having that great big arc light, spotlight on them, and they're still working behind the scenes on their scripts. You may have heard the story about Michael J. Fox, and the guy who appeared in Back to the Future. He wasn't the original actor for the part. They had another guy, and they actually did quite a bit of filming with him. And they probably spent, quite a bit of money on actually filming it. And then I'm not sure if it was the director or whoever decided, no, this guy isn't right. So they binned it. And then they got Michael J. Fox to do the part, and whoosh, it took off. So there may be situations around you where people have come into your life and you thought, yes, this is right, this feels okay, we're going to go with this, we're going to film this, we're going to participate in this scene with this script. And then at a certain point it screeches to a halt because it's not right, doesn't feel right. The way the person is acting, the way the person is being around you, what they're bringing to the part, it might just grate against you, because if it's got that, doesn't have a sense of grace around it, then just be aware that certain things will fall away, and don't go chasing it, because in doing that you will drop your energy down, your vibration will, it will lower. It might take a little while to get back up to where you have got to, what you have achieved. So going back to that, the premiere at Grauman's Chinese Theatre, if you look it up, it is it's on Hollywood Boulevard, and it has huge dragons at the frontage of this theatre, like guarding it. And you don't want anybody in your life now who is going to delay the date of the premiere, who is going to interrupt or put the mockers on what it is you want to show the world, what it is you want to present to the world. You may also find that as you are changing your view of life, certain friendships that you've had around you, certain people might be envious or jealous of you. And so it's being able to find compassion for those people, because on some level, whenever anyone is envious or jealous of us, it's because they feel they are not worthy, they could never achieve what it is you have. And so they will project their dissatisfaction with their lives onto you. It's one of the best ways of dealing with envious or jealous people is to wish them the very best success or manifestations in their lives. Do it silently, do it like a prayer or just sending good energies to them, because there will be a detachment, there will be a sense of not trying to placate them, because that can make it worse, but coming to a point where there needs to be a detachment. You have to detach yourself, your energies, from others who will want to bring you down and make you wrong. So we have a little mini dog card. I've experienced in the past, I've maybe dreamt about puppies, or seen something about puppies on the internet, and I'm drawn to petting them or saying hello or watching a little video. And puppies are always to do with new friendships, new people due to come into your life. So depending on how many puppies there are, if it's one little puppy, I saw someone in the village the other day carrying a little puppy in their arms. And I thought, well, that's a lovely sign, isn't it? Because there's one, that means some new person is coming into my life. Depending on the size of the dog, size, you know, how big it's going to get, I mean, can indicate the influence that new person may have in your life. So, little dog says, be loyal to yourself, be true to others, and bolster your integrity. So the loyalty to self is vital. That's the initial thing. We have to be loyal to our soul, our spirit, our desires, our mission, our path, and let no one diminish you in any way, which can come through people, as I say, being jealous or envious or having a dig, that sarcasm, like swiping at, that spiteful swiping at you, which is just it's cloaked envy, it's cloaked jealousy. And I say to people, you would not want to be me. You really would not want to be me. So you might think, oh, she's okay, Amanda's all right, she's doing fine. But to get to where I am now, you would not want to be me. It's been a very long, hard struggle. Great highs, great lows, great wealth, great poverty. I've lost everything 3 times. Just everything gone. And built it all up again. And where I am now, I'm in a happy place, happy in my own skin. And who's to say whether it happens again or not? But I'm working constantly on myself, checking in with myself all the time. And it's hard work. You have to do it every day. It's a daily spiritual practice. So you wouldn't want to be me. So if there are others around you who are envious or jealous of you, look at the work that you've done on yourself. Look at how far you've come. Look at what you've got through. Look at how strong you have become. And then look at the other person and think, try not to be judgmental. You have to do the work. You have to do the work. No one else can do it for you. You have to go down into that dark place and find your own flashlight within yourself, and seek out all those dark, murky corners. Realise they are part of you, part of the shadow side of ourselves. Embrace it, love it anyway, and that pops you back up to the surface. So, be true to others, meaning no falsehoods. When you're true to yourself, then being true to others and bolster your integrity. So if something feels off or out of place, then acknowledge that, and then say to the other person, this feels off. I'm not going there. I don't want to play with you. I don't want to join you. Stand in your integrity and be able to say no. It's very empowering. Look at my previous video about not being the doormat. You'll see where I'm coming from. And saying no to someone and not feeling guilty, not feeling shamed by the other person, but just to say, no, I'm not being a doormat. I'm not. I'm no longer a rescuer. You can be the victim as long as you want to, but I'm not going to come in there and rescue you. So then we have 2 cards jumped out from messages from the fairies. So the first one is let go. And there's a gorgeous little fairy in a birdie nest and a beautiful bird singing. So she's resting, she's just being, she's just let go. She's not trying to do anything, she's just a fairy being, not a human being, a fairy being. Enjoying the song of the bird And it says, as you surrender the need to control, your relaxed energy rapidly attracts your desires. So this is very prominent around me at the moment, and maybe some of you are also can resonate with that. Because with the not being the doormat thing, somebody else was trying to control me, manipulate me, and maneuver me into doing something that I didn't want to do. I wasn't prepared to, and I actually stood up to them and said no. So the lesson learned was I need to surrender the need to control. So if I think, oh, well, I've got to do this and I've got to do that for this and that to happen, when you hand it over to your team and say, look, I've got this going on, don't know how to deal with it, please can you show me a way, give me some help, signposts, whatever, and you get out of the way. So don't let your ego try to self-sabotage you. So when you do get out of the way, you surrender the need to control. Your relaxed energy rapidly attracts your desires. And sometimes then it can come in a much brighter, shinier, happier way than you had anticipated, than you had expected. And the second card that jumped out from the fairies is summer. So we've just crossed over from summer into autumn. Or for the other end of the planet, we've just crossed over from spring into summer. So for the antipodians, this is for you now, isn't it? Something really great's coming in. And what it says is everything that you're asking for becomes yours in the summertime. So yes, that can mean in a year's time, something really good's coming in, but also going back to the vision of the premiere and the spotlights and everything. If you've been working, some of you for years, the summer that we've just come through was like the dotting the I's, crossing the T's. It's the promotion side of things. It's the build up, like with Downton Abbey that we've just had come out as a movie. There was a huge media shower leading up to it. Interviews by the dozen of all the cast and etc. And then watching the whole TV show again every night for months and months and months, leading up to the day of the premiere of the movie. And so that hype of preparation, of letting everybody know it's coming on this day, this is when it's going to happen. This is all the stuff that you've been doing, working behind the scenes. So everything that you're asking for becomes yours in the summertime. So for a lot of you, it's here, it's now, you've got it. We're only a few days into autumn, but this energy of the summer, everything that you've been working so hard towards is already here. So this beautiful little angel, fairy rather, you see she's blowing kisses. She has most magnificent flowers around the head and on her dress, and she's blowing kisses. So this is you having reached a point where you're ready to shine, where you are ready to feel comfortable, feel there's no stage fright, there's just this eagerness, this anticipation, just like, I've worked so bloody hard, I've worked years and years and years to get to this point. I know for me, I started writing a book, 25 years ago. And I stopped and I started, and I stopped and I started. And then I picked it up again about 10 years ago, and I actually completed it. And it's published on Kindle. And I'm really dead chuffed with it. I would still like to get it in paperback. That's my goal, my dream. But it's published. It's on Kindle if you'd like to read it. It's free at the moment. And it's called Sylvester, Archie and the Angels. Yes, it's a kid's book, but you know, there's something for adults in there too. So never give up. Never give up on your dream. Even if you put it on the back burner for a little while, there will be a point where it comes into the spotlight and you say, here it is. There's no such thing as overnight success. You've got to work blooming hard at it. And this is a confirmation of all of that. Bee energy. So this is from the Wisdom of Avalon cards. There's a beautiful, beautiful bee collecting nectar. And it says, luck, industriousness, sweet victory. Sweet victory. So that's the honey, you know, honey, honey. I don't know if you've ever come across a song. I've forgotten who sang it now. Might have been Eartha Kitt or someone like that. Kiss me, honey, honey, kiss me. Thrill me, honey, honey, thrill me. Don't care even if I blow my top, but honey, honey, don't stop. Sweet kisses, sweet victory, sweet, good, yummy, yummy stuff coming towards you. It's good luck. The bee also signifies being busy, busy bee, industriousness. So if ever I see a bee flying around me, I'll say, oh, thank you, bee. Oh, thank you. I'll never bat them away. Bees seem to like me. I like bees. So industriousness, being busy, having things plop in your lap. And you think, where did that come from? And it didn't come out of the blue. It's been building up, coming towards you for a very, very, very long time. Going back to the premiere and also with the Downton Abbey movie, the writer, Julian Fellows, he writes the whole thing on his own. So he's got 25 odd characters. And he writes every single line, every single scene on his own, which can be a very lonely existence experience. And then once it's done, it's then presented to the world, and then there's all the awards and the razzmatazz associated with it. So my sense of this is the message for this energy update for you guys is that the long, hard slog that we've all been doing, some of us for years, is actually coming to fruition. There's recognition, there's reward, there's a sense of it was not for nothing. There is a great deal that you've learned, that you've gleaned, that you've used within yourself to strengthen you to move into new areas in your life. And it's having a courage, a strength, a determination to perhaps walk away from certain people, friendships, situations, relationships, jobs, because you know on a deep level that's not who you are. That no longer serves you. You've becoming somebody else, and you need to shine. Where you are, you're not allowed to shine, or you are suppressing your own light. You are a sight to behold. So as I'm showing myself to you, in my mind's eye, I'm seeing you, whoever you may be who's watching this. You are a sight to behold, because you're part of me. You are my viewers. Without you, I wouldn't be doing this, would I? So my sight, my inner sight, my eyesight, my third eyesight, beholds you. I hold you to my being, and I thank you, and I bless you, and I cherish you, and I know that you are part of my journey. So, thank you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me ramble on. Details of all the stuff that I do is in the box below. Be lovely if you like and share. Comment if you like. And I'll see you again soon. Lots of love. Bye.